All right, Knights of Apollo, what is going on? Welcome back to Rise of Mordor. So we're, bloody hit right there, but we are back with this really cool settlement. We actually saw a replay of this settlement not too long ago. We were doing a co-commentary with Jackie Fish. If you haven't seen it, there'll be a link to it down in the video description. Definitely check that out. But I really wanted to show this one because the defenders are properly holding the walls here, unlike the last battle. So I'm really curious how this one's going to turn out. Now, the alliances here don't make a whole lot of sense, so hopefully you can look past it. But, you know, that's why we played Total War. It's cool to see, you know, alliances that never happened and see how they would turn out. But yeah, we've got Gondor over here attacking the Easterlings. And the Easterlings have allied themselves with the dwarves. And Gondor, yes, this is weird, has allied themselves with the orcs, Mordor. So there you have it, guys. Those are the armies. I guess the way you could look at it is Gondor has been conquered or corrupted, and Easterlings don't want to be under the foot of Sauron, so they join forces with the dwarves to hold back this new, very strong alliance. Anyways, the battle is going to begin right here. We've got Gondor sending in some Gondor sword infantry against the Easterling. I think these are the mace men, I think. So where is it? Oh yeah, mace men. We got a lot of arrows flying overhead, so they are missing their mark. I don't even bother firing arrows, you know, at units at walls if I'm the other side. Like, I'll shoot arrows if I'm like over here, you know, inside the settlement shooting, but I would never waste ammo shooting at troops on the walls up here because you're not gonna hit a lot of targets. It's just not worth it. So a nice little fight here. Gondor's definitely pouring in here, and this is going to be a problem for the Easterlings. We go down over on the other side. There's also a beautiful wall battle going on as the Macemen continue to try to hold off Gondor, as they are just pouring in the backbone of their army, which of course are the swordsmen, the Gondor swordsmen. Oh, there we go. The defenders finally using their arrows here. We got the archers, the Easterling archers, just opening fire and making it rain on these guys. Holy crap. And these guys are like, ow, ow, oh. They are getting protection by this tower, though, by walking through it. But, yeah, that looks painful. Let's go on the other side and see what's happening over here. We do have the first couple towers storming the walls. The little drawbridges are down. We've got some orc warriors about to face the wrath of the Madoc warriors. Big old warhammers on these guys. So I don't think the orc warriors are as good, but we'll see how this plays out. I think Mordor is going to rely. Look at this. Such a cool scene right here. Look at this. Just the chaos of all these towers moving up. The gate is under attack. It's so cool. I'm so impressed with what they've been able to accomplish with this mod on Total War Attila, which is not the friendliest of games to mod. But a big push over here by the Orc Warriors going against these Madoc Warriors as well. And then over on this side, we've got some Erebor Axe Warriors who are trying to hold the fort. So let's see what happens here. It's going to be interesting. The gate is being defended. We've got a unit of Erebor Axe Warriors. So it's not going to be an easy push through the gate. I love the fact that the defenders are putting... Well, I don't know if they've got some reserves back here. So they're not putting everything out here, but they're definitely putting like 70% of their army to defend the walls. And that's how it should be. You're definitely going to rack up more kills that way, using the arrow towers and using the superior, you know, defensive positions on these walls. But the attackers are playing it well. They brought a lot of siege towers, and they're trying to push as aggressively as possible. They're now pushing the gate as we speak. And, ooh, the lighting. Oh, the lighting was good here. It's good. Oh, and then it went away. Dang it. There we go. Oh, there we go. I wish the lighting was like this all the time. But a big push. We got Orc Warriors and Uruk Throngs who are pushing very hard. Let's go back over to this side and see how Gondor is doing on this attack. The Easterlings, they're starting to get pushed back. We've got a ton of Gondor sword infantry, and it's at the point where I think most of the archers have used up their ammo. This one still has more than half, so good on them. This one's empty. This one's got less than half, so they've used a good amount of arrows in this fight. And I don't know. I mean, Rune's doing a decent job. Considering everything that's going on, they're outnumbered. They're getting just overwhelmed by the Gondor swordsmen. I think their infantry is doing a decent job here in just delaying and really trying to get these towers firing as much as possible. But, ooh, there we go. Man, it's almost like, because I think these little edges here is definitely a Rise of Mordor thing. I don't know if the arrows can go through it. If it's just like a, you know, it's just graphic. Oh no, the arrows are hitting it, I think. I don't know, I can't tell. No, I think they're going through it. I was gonna say, like, it was almost like it's harder to use defensive arrows and archers because of this little edge here. Because I don't think this is in normal Attila, but I could be mistaken because I don't play a lot of normal, you know, vanilla Attila. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I feel like most of the arrows are missing. But they are getting some hits, so it's not a complete waste of time. And now we've got Gondor sending up Gondor Bow Militia to fire back at the defenders' archers. That's crazy. Look at that. And then the dwarves have some support over here. They sent over some crossbows. But again, the angle is kind of tough for them. You don't really get to see the swordsman there. So a brutal fight for these walls. Let's head back over to the other side and see how this one is progressing. I think the dwarves have a better, compared to Rune, I think the dwarves are doing a little bit better here, but let's keep in mind that this battle was started after the Easterling Gondor side of things. So it only just begun, and this side is starting to get a little worrisome with all these orcs here fighting these dwarves. Just kind of zoom in, check it out. Orcs look awesome. Dwarves look awesome. Mod's making some great progress. The gate has some reinforcements. We've got another unit of Axe Erebor holding the gate. More and more units are pushing up and ready to fight for this gate. You know, I usually never fight for the gate, but at least he's keeping 2 units of dwarves occupied over there. I think he's gonna have to send up more troops, and that's kind of like Mordor's thing, right? Like, overwhelm your opponent, overwhelm them until they can't handle the numbers and surround and engulf. But yeah, I think Mordor's doing a pretty good job of that. It's just the dwarves, they've got some solid infantry that are really holding down the fort. But the question is, what do the dwarves do if their Easterling allies fall and that wall is conquered? Let's head back over and see if we're close to that. So far, Gondor is kind of close to taking it. I don't know. There's still, Rune's doing okay. Like he actually, oh, I think he sent up reinforcements. Oh, this is huge. This is a good play by the Easterlings. They have sent up reinforcements to take out these archers. And I'm sure he saved a lot of lives doing that. And he's going to be able to flank this unit. And he should be able to secure this wall right here if he flanks very aggressively. And then over on this side, look at this. Look at this. Gondor is breaking over here. The Easterlings are holding this wall, and it's looking very good. We'll just zoom in and watch some of the individual fighting here. Gondor definitely needs to send up, reinforcements. They need to send up reinforcements now. He's losing the wall. It started off going very well, but now it's getting a little concerning. And the thing is, I don't think he really has that many reinforcements. He's got some Citadel Guard, which are very good. He's got a Trebuchet. This is cool. Look at this Trebuchet. Got a Trebuchet all set up. That's awesome. That looks so good. And then he's got a bunch of Cav. Interesting. He's got Swan Knights, he's got Gondor Cav, and he has another unit of Swan Knights. Now, obviously, he was going to use them down this path, but, I mean, there's Spears and Dwarven Company. Like, this is not going to be an easy unit to just run through. And then, of course, it's supported by Archers of the Red Mountain. Like, and then even if you get through all of that, there's this. More dwarves with Erebor Spears. So, that Cav play, I don't know if it's going to work out. I think he probably would have been better of just bringing more infantry, but we'll see. We'll see. The balance of power is still in favor of the attackers, so it's not like Gondor's completely losing here. He can recover from this. I just think he's got to send up reinforcements. That or, well, look. Well, no. Okay, Gondor's breaking. He could wait and slow down the attack until Mordor breaks through, but has Mordor made any progress here? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, always defend the walls, because you can rack up so many kills. And like, think about it. The arrow towers firing, it's really slow for the attackers because they have to rush men up the siege towers, and it takes a little while, and they kind of trickle in. Like, these are all things that are good for the defenders. And when players don't defend the wall, I'm just like, why? Like, you could rack up so many kills. Now, I get it. There are times in Total War where you're so outnumbered that there's not even a chance of holding the wall. And in that sense, you know, I definitely agree with falling back and using less choke points. But if it's if it's an even match in terms of numbers, and you know, you feel like you can hold the wall, you should do it. There we go. So they're breaking more orcs. Orcs are gonna have to keep charging in. Now, Mordor, I just keep calling them the orcs. Same thing, right? Mordor has a ton of reserves. They got here, they got some pikemen in the back. They've got some spears over here. I think they're kind of watching for a push out, a sally out, which would be really cool from the defenders. But I don't think the defenders are going for a sally out. No, I don't see anything. But yeah, the defenders are doing a great job here. I know the balance of power is kind of misleading, and they're still heavily outnumbered. But the defenders still have solid units at the town center. So, like, even if the walls fall, they have an onager. They've got really deadly elite troops ready to hold the choke points. It's not, you know, the battle is not over once the attackers take these walls. It's only just begun. There we go. These dwarves kind of have this unit surrounded. They got to keep pushing in more troops. Mordor's just got to keep going. Eventually, these dwarves will grow tired. Eventually, they will give up. And you will whittle them down, you know, deplete them to where they just break. Look at these dwarves just holding right here. Oh, dude, get wrecked. This guy got wrecked. He's like, I hate Mondays. But hey, when you get knocked down, you get up again. You're never going to keep this orc down. Some inspiration. Look, if the orc can do it, so can you. Come on, get up. Let's go to the other side. Let's see how the rune situation is going. And it's going. Okay, this is it. Gondor has decided to send in everything he has now. He's sending in the Citadel Guard, which is good. It's good that he held back the Citadel Guard because the earlier units were getting shot at from archers, obviously. But, you know, now most of the ammo is gone. These Citadel Guard are not going to die from arrows. They're going to die from close combat, which is exactly the way you want them to die. That's their skill set. That's what they should be doing, not getting shot at from a distance and dying. We also, we have these big axemen over here. And the Easterlings have their Varig Lancers, dismounted Lancers. They're completely winning on this flank. Oh my god, these Citadel Guard are breaking. No, that's Gondor Sword Infantry. Okay, Citadel Guard I was shocked. I was like, oh my god. No, the Citadel Guard are looking good. Gondor is still committed to this side with his cav. I guess what he's gonna do is wait for the defenders to pull back, because maybe once this inner ring, this inner defensive area is under attack, they'll pull back troops and that'll give them an opportunity. I'm not really sure. I mean, honestly, at this point, I mean, considering how desperate the situation is, I might just dismount those knights and tell them to go fight on the wall over here. Because Rune is holding so well against Gondor. And they need as much help as possible, especially in this side of the wall. The dwarves still have ammo, but that's about it in terms of skirmishers. All right, let's go back over to the other side and see what is happening over here. Okay, this is starting to get a little worrisome. Look at the overwhelming numbers of Mordor. They are, well, on this side, they're overwhelming. The center, the dwarves are still holding. I would say the dwarves are still holding pretty well over here. On this side, definitely orcs are taking over. So, I was completely wrong, guys. Well, I mean, I wasn't completely wrong, but when I mentioned earlier that it looked like the dwarves were doing better than the Easterlings, and maybe they were at the time, but I just think this was such a good attack from Mordor. Just the overwhelming amount of siege towers and troops. It's becoming too much for the dwarves. Meanwhile, the Easterlings, they're doing a great job. They are borderline might win this side of the battle. They came back and they're holding strong. Look at this crazy fight under the tower. Ah, that'd be terrifying. So claustrophobic. And then over here, look at this. Rune is breaking the Citadel Guards now. I think thanks to the Dwarven crossbows, it was too much. Oh, yes. The Dwarven crossbows. Oh, my God. Just racking up kills, and Rune is winning this wall. So Gondor is struggling, and at this point, I don't know if Gondor is going to survive this wall attack. It might all come down to Mordor. And look at the balance of power. It's still ever so slightly in favor of the attackers, but it's much closer now. It's closer to even. Look at more and more dwarves coming in. We look at the numbers. The attackers still outnumber them by a good amount, a little less than 2,000. It's like they outnumber them by a good amount. I mean, it's still a considerable amount, but look at what they started with. It was over 4,000 more troops than the defenders. Now it's less than 2,000. Like that's nuts. They've done a great job. They've killed a lot here, but they've got to kill a little bit more. And look at this, the orcs. They're using the stairs. They are using the stairs and they are storming the city. I think I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna go for the gate, and then once he flanks the gate troops and clears out the gate, he's gonna go, at least this is what I would do. I would go all the way around and support my ally. I would send troops over there as soon as possible because you might be able to save Gondor. I think if Mordor attacked a little bit quicker, he could have saved more of Gondor's forces, but maybe that was their plan the whole time. He was, you know, he is Sauron, he is Mordor, and, you know, just kind of letting Gondor die might be a strategy. There we go, there we go. So the dwarves are lucky enough to be able to peel a unit, because they have 2 of them, away from the gate and stop this flanking unit. And I think the dwarves will be able to beat them. So Mordor is definitely going to need to send more troops over here if they want to break through this dwarven line. All right, the dwarves are on the verge of cracking over here. This entire wall has been conquered, and this is where they just need to pour out these troops and push. You could even push this way. You know what? Yeah, you could run up this ramp as well, go around here, and then down this way. I mean, if I was the defenders, though, I would block this off. That's why I was saying, like, maybe you can go around that way. And do I see dead soldiers? What in the world? How did these guys die? It must have been from the archers or the trebuchet. I'm not sure. I missed that completely. And there we go. Look at this. Gondor is looking like they're winning on this side, but Rune has completely won on this side. And yeah, these horses, this is a good amount of money that you put into your army that you probably should have put into more infantry, to be honest. But we'll see what he does with them, because they better, like, they need to rack up a lot of kills. If they just run in and die, it's, yeah, GG. It's over. That's just so much money down the drain. All right, so that's a very interesting, you know, turnout. Gondor, I mean, Gondor's still over there alive, but they're definitely going to need Mordor's help. Mordor now sending in these orc pillagers. Again, Mordor needs to send in more troops to deal with these Erebor axe warriors. I mean, the dwarves are just so good. Even their, like, low-tier units can just hold for so long. And sure enough, they are sending them over. They could run up this way and then flank around, but they are holding with a unit of archers that used up all their ammo, so it is a little bit of a speed bump. This is a great battle so far. I mean, I love it. The fight in these defenders, and same with the attackers. 2 forces that do not want to stop. And here we go. Here comes the reinforcements. I kind of view the dwarven infantry as like a really strong shield. You know, like, think of like Halo, right? Where you have a shield, and once you shoot that shield down, it's easy to kill the soldier, right? So I just feel like once they push the dwarves to a certain point, they'll start slaughtering them. But you know, you got to push them to exhaustion. You got to kill, you know, a good amount of them. I mean, they're still a little more than half strength, and they are fighting a good fight here. And look at, they're even breaking these orc pillagers, and Mordor just keeps sending more and more troops, but yet they keep holding on. So I think they either one, they need to, I mean, they're doing good. Just keep sending troops in there. Eventually the dwarves will fall. Now we've got 2 units of dwarves. I just realized that. What about the gate? Wow. Okay, so they're still holding the gate. They are dwarves, man. They are stubborn. They desperately need to win here, and the dwarves know this. They are holding this stairway to protect the flank of these dwarves. Here comes another unit of orc pillagers. Protecting the flank of the dwarves so they don't get, you know, surrounded down there, and that would be the end of them. But they are starting to lose some troops here. We'll see. I mean, the dwarves, man, I don't know what else to say. They're tough. They're especially tough to fight on the walls. But look at this. He has no choice here. He is lost on this wall finally, and the orcs are now storming in. They're going to hit the... Yes, they're finally going to take the gate. And they're going to surround these dwarves. Whoa.
Remains of that tower now.
Whoa. Oh, that's right. In Attila, when you capture towers, they implode. What a great mechanic. Like, why wouldn't it just go to the attackers? Like Rome 2. I don't understand why they did that. All right, let's see how things are going over here. Rune looks like they're winning on this wall over here. Oh, I think they... Where's the Cav? The Cav is pushing in. And I think it's because the defenders... Hey, his patience is paying off. The defenders have fallen back. But he still has, the spear unit and this halberdier unit he's going to have to run through. This is going to be close, guys. But Mordor has finally taken his walls. He needs to get to his ally. He needs to clean up these dwarves over here. I think we might see a little bit of a shift in the balance of power if they can clean up these dwarves really efficiently without taking too many losses. This is a cool fight. Look at this. The dwarves fighting back to back. Some orcs have ran through this little dwarven line that was trying to protect the rear. And it's only a matter of time until the dwarves are done for in this little defense. And there we go. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, we do have a little bit of a Cav push here. But we've got Morgul's Legion. They are pushing up. And now we've got Cav. They're just... The floodgates have opened, guys. And they are ready to push in and do some damage. Now, I did hear some artillery. So we could find that really quick. Oh, yeah. We got artillery over here. Some onagers from the dwarves. They're going to get a really good angle. I think they've been opening fire at that little street battle over here. But man, dude, the dwarves surrounded and still breaking units. And no pushover units either. Orc warriors, I mean, they're not amazing, but they're not terrible. God, the dwarves. The stubborn dwarves. I can't believe like how outnumbered the defenders are. And they're even losing up here. They're breaking up here. Oh my god, dude, the breaking. That is so frustrating. There we go. They're pushing. They're like, we're coming, Gondor. We're coming. And Rune's like, we won. Like, oh, Rune's committing all of his reserves. He's like, all right, this is... Oh, he's sallying out. He's like, this is it. We destroy Gondor here. Wow. Wow, what a tale of two different stories. On this side, the defenders, pure dominance. And over side here, the attackers, pure dominance. But, well, to be fair, I mean, the dwarves did put up a great fight. So I think the dwarves did a little better over here compared to how poorly Gondor did on his side. But they just got to break these units. But here's the sad thing, guys. There's still a lot of dwarven infantry you got to fight through. And look at this dwarven line. He's holding this very big choke point. It's not really a choke point. It's a huge pathway. He's going to hold it. Now they're trying to surround the runic or the Vareg Lancers. The archers opening fire at the... Ooh, yeah, Rune's making mistakes here. One, get your cav out. There you go. And then two, don't group up the archers because they're going to be an easy target. And oh god, here comes Mordor. Wait, the archers are just charging in. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is a great opportunity for Mordor to come back in this battle. But with Gondor pretty much gone, yeah, Rune has cleaned them up. There's like one more unit in here, but they're not gonna last long. The balance of power, I would say, is ever so slightly in favor of the defenders. So literally and metaphorically, or whatever, Mordor has an uphill battle. This is going to be tough. They've got to turn this around, and I think the way they do it... Why are you charging Cav into spears? Uh-oh. Some models aren't loading in. But we got floating heads, guys. Oh, God, floating head. What sorcery is this? Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think Mordor can do it. His units, though, are just so tired. Finally, guys, the dwarves are breaking. They're finally breaking, but these units are getting hit by artillery. This artillery is going ham right now.
Fire! Take down those murderers!
Let's see if we can watch a shot here.
Choose your targets! Fire at will!
Come on. Fire. Ah, whatever. Yeah, they're going for this blob over here. It's causing some morale issues for the orcs. But, you know, seeing all these runic forces that are very, very healthy, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And look at, they still have a ton of troops. So, you guys, this is why you defend the walls. I mean, the dwarves did so much damage to this Mordor army on these walls, around the walls. And so now all these troops are depleted, they're tired, they're exhausted, and they still have so many dwarves to fight through. And here comes a nice little flank. Look at this. This is a good move. He should push up this side too. Like, push up this side now. I get he's using his archers, but this is the time because you can sandwich in these dwarves. And this is a huge move by Mordor. Now he's probably gonna get counterflanked by the Easterlings. But he needs to get up there. It was a good flank, but it wasn't well timed. He should have had infantry charge and make contact with the enemy at the same time, or very close at the same time. He can still recover though. Let's see if he can get some units in there and help out. He is breaking some runic archers. That's huge. These troops are breaking. God, the morale of the orcs is just terrible. I mean, it makes sense, right? They're not like hardened veterans. They're cowardly orcs. These troops now find themselves surrounded. I'm not sure why he's not attacking this unit here. Because if he can quickly break these spears, then this unit won't be surrounded anymore. There he goes. He's pushing up. We got more units here pushing up, but oh God, they're losing so many. They're getting shot by these Erebor crossbows. And oh, the orcs get it. They catch up to him and surround him. That was a good move by Mordor. I don't know how he did that. Oh, I guess he just went through this way and surrounded him. That's a good move. That's a good play. Might save a lot of lives that way. And then we've got some Mordor Cav over here. I think they're going to go harass the runic reinforcements. This is tough. I mean, maybe that's why he's struggling with the micro a little bit. He is managing a lot, and unfortunately, those flanking units do break. He does get a unit up there. This is the Morgul's Legion, but it's too late. And Mordor is in a very tough position. Balance of power, though, still winnable. Winnable, guys. Winnable.
Men are broken and are fleeing.
And here comes a charge with the Cav. Servants of the Eye.
Keep the line straight.
Not a great charge. The Cav's fresh. I don't know. It just wasn't a great charge. This Cav's gonna avoid the halberdiers and go for the units holding the road, which is a smart play. And Mordor is sending everything they've got over at this choke point here. But you know, guys, as this plays out, I feel like we're on the verge of watching Mordor chain route. I think they're close. These orcs look awesome, especially the floating heads. Here we go. Halberdiers still pushing. Yeah, they're breaking. Look at now, the defenders are counter pushing, especially the Easterlings. Easterlings have done a great job in this battle. Uruk Thong's pushing up. There's a small, oh yeah, the general's going around. He's looking for a flank. He's going for the archers. No, he's going for the infantry. Why would he do that? Wouldn't it make more sense to go for the archers? I know they're gonna shoot the crap out of you, but... And what happened to the other flanking cav? Oh, I thought they were pushing a unit up here. They're gonna go ahead and try to kill these halberdiers by flanking them. That's a good move there. But they're just a sitting duck. They're gonna get slaughtered by those archers. And there we go. Massive amount of breaking from Mordor. If their general goes down, I definitely think this is it. Yeah, he's looking like he's gonna get killed here.
The enemy general.
Yep, there we go. And that's gonna cause a huge chain rout. There's no way. He's just got to deal with this cav. The cav actually doing a good job here. Let's not forget, Gondor has his cav over here as well. They're very depleted. I don't know what's been going on here. But this cav did nothing. They literally did nothing. Oh, he charged in.
Shall we start getting ready, sir? Why not?
It's this poor lady. She's like, I can't stand these dwarves anymore. Gondor, take me in. Oh my god. The great story of the screaming lady. Let's see what happens. I don't know if she's gonna get to him. So I assume on the other side, Mordor's just breaking. I'm more interested in what happens with this lady. She's got a minute. Okay, here she goes. She's like, I can't take this anymore. Uh-oh. See if Gondor accepts her. Well, they don't kill her, so she makes it out. And the Swan Knights charge in. They get a pretty good charge there, but it's not gonna lead to anything. Keep running, lady, run! Like, damn orcs, damn dwarves, damn them all! There they go. They're pushing in, and that's it. They mass break here. All that's left is Gondor with their cav that are breaking already. And there you have it, guys. That is the battle. That was good fun. This is a great example of a fantastic wall defense. And look at the kills on these guys. Now, to be fair, he's taken on Mordor, which is more known for their numbers rather than their skill. So, you know, that's where they get a lot of these kills. 585 orcs dead. A lot of these units didn't even see action. This is just a solid defense. Gondor, you know, he got a couple good kills, but he kind of struggled. I wish he just didn't bring the cav. It really didn't do anything for him. That's okay. I think he was just trying to do something interesting. It just didn't play out. Here's the Easterlings. They did fantastic. It looked like they were going to fall, but they recovered nicely and held and destroyed Gondor. So yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I got this replay off of the Rise of Mordor Discord. I'll have a link to their Discord down in the video description. Definitely check it out. It's a cool hangout where they just kind of talk about Rise of Mordor and give you updates and everything. So very cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.